idea this had happened. I had no idea this had happened, man. And I want to start by first saying, can you hear me well?
I hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
And more importantly, I feel you.
Cause I'm coming.
That's what she said.
It's still a PG-13 show. Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. I had to go live for y'all again. I had to get Mr. Rise Up on here one more time today because of what you see playing in the background there. It's Deion Sanders meets with the University of Colorado football team for the first time, as he is now the official new coach for the Colorado Buffaloes. The Bison. That's some major news. I had to go through wardrobe all over again, get my second look, come in here proper with my black and gold on. We're waiting on Mr. Rise Up right now. We're gonna do this right. Cause you know why? Cause we coming.
A different want, a different hunger, a different desire, a different need, a different capacity. It's gonna be a different reach. I'm coming. See, by now you better feel it. You can feel what I'm saying. You can feel where I'm coming from. And you know I ain't playing because I got the credentials to back it up. I'm coming. And you don't hear me because it's gonna be little silent little footsteps that you don't even have to strain. But you gonna know I'm coming. Just the sake of my voice, the commitment to excellence, that is not gonna be any more mediocrity.
To ONYXCON Fitness's Rise Up is here, and we are doing sports talk. As you can see, I had to get right for the occasion, my brother. I had to go through wardrobe one more time today, but it ain't no thing for me because I'm in and out of the trailer. You understand? That's how we do on set. So I had to get right, man. And I've been possessed by the spirit of Deion. It done got my way of talking and everything going like this. After I looked at that beautiful speech, brother, I didn't even have an idea. When we recorded earlier, I had no idea this had happened. Man. And I want to start by first saying, can you hear me well?
I hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
And more importantly,
I'm coming.
I feel you.
Cause I'm coming.
That's what she said.
It's still a PG-13 show. Yes, indeed. For all the men who love women. Anyway.
Yes, sir. Splash.
I knew if I said it too many times, the innuendo was going to be too hard to hold down. But can we get back on focus and context?
Do it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Deion Sanders, the legend, the absolute legend, who first and foremost gave credit, and I appreciate hearing that in this speech, to where he's coming from Jackson State. He said, I still have unfinished business in Jackson, and I'm not, and because when I start something, I finish it. I said, I love that. That was beautiful to hear that said there. And not, I mean, he just so real, man. He does not hold back who he is, no matter where he is. It's not like just because I got a new opportunity, I'm gonna act like suddenly I'm a new man and I haven't done what I did. That made y'all notice me to even want to give me this opportunity. Because if I hadn't done what I did at Jackson, y'all wouldn't have been beating down my door to put me on over here. So I love to see that, and I love to see the recognition continue for HBCUs and what that ought to be continuing. And in a legacy and in a bond that could create all kind of new revenue and connections and cross streams of resources to help these young men and even women when it starts applying to ladies teams, to grow and become what they should be at HBCUs. So that right there was the most important thing I noticed about it. And another thing I love was the fact that and by the way, if anybody's just constantly peeping the tie and wondering, damn, he got a Colorado tie, did he go to Colorado? No, this is actually another shout out on the low. This is the emblem from the Magicians. Shout out to Rick Worthy, the legendary thespian. I had an opportunity to go to a premiere party at San Diego Comic-Con 2016 and got some swag. So it was just black and gold and it fit so well. I said, I'm about to rock that for Colorado, and shout out.
I was impressed, man.
Thank you, man. I'm about to rock for Prime, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, and even speaking of colors and logos and mascots, as I do, as that being one of my favorite things about sports, I will say, too, that when I was younger and drawing logos and aspiring to literally buy every cap, which I never did, for every team I always loved, Colorado was on the list. I mean, like, it was like back in the day, it was like Notre Dame, Miami, and even Colorado was up in there along with some others that were like my favorites.
Florida State too.
Oh gosh, yeah, Florida State.
Garden Gold, yeah, man.
Yeah. Definitely rock with the Seminoles. I mean, and just the legacy of, Florida football in general is just crazy. But and a lot of Texas teams, but mostly a lot of Southern teams, and especially even a lot of obscure teams. So I did know about, for instance, the Ducks and all that before they were what they are now. I knew about teams like TCU we mentioned previously. I knew about because I was always looking for. I wanted the cap that no one else had. I wanted the jersey no one else had. That was my thing. So, but now back to this, man. He mentioned that too. He said too, amongst all the real critical for the athletics changes he's going to make, he said, "Hey, we might even change the jerseys." I said, "Watch out, Prime. Go on and do it, man. I love to see." He said that during the speech. I said, "Yo," because I do like the simple. To me, it's cute. The little chubby looking buffalo with the CU. It's cute. That should remain. But I want a hard. You know who got the hardest buffalo to shout out another HBCU right now? The hardest, because they made a change. They evolved it. Just as Deion mentioned it, he might.
More than Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, you mean NFL Buffalo?
Yeah.
I never really. I mean, it's cool, but to me, the NFL Buffalo is so simple. I mean, it's
Which one you like?
The baddest in the game is Howard University, bro.
Oh man!
Oh my
man,
gosh! The face forward one. And that's new. I mean, that's within the last, I guess, decade or so. But because they wasn't always like that. But man, when they changed to that, I was like, that's a buffalo.
Yes, sir.
I love that. I like when it references the real look of the actual animal. And I have a thing for American bison. I mean, they really are.
Yep.
A legendary comeback animal after all the abuse that humans put them through. And I just got a lot of connection to that on a metaphor level, and I have yet to actually witness one in person. It's nice. Something that it's something I want to see at a distance, because they ain't no joke. They are not no joke, but I totally respect them. Yeah, man. So just seeing that and knowing that he's there now and Deion's there and he's gonna make these changes, and I just love that he kept telling the kids, they were excited, but you could tell they were kind of lackluster, and it was funny to see the energy. Like, he's so high at his age.
Yep.
He's more energetic than the damn kids, and it speaks to the generation. And I love how he's talking that to them, that y'all got to grow up and wake up. Y'all got to put the fire back in your ace. Calling yourself a football player, calling yourself wanting the NFL and all these other things. When he said, "Don't come to my meeting with no damn hoodie on, don't be on your phone, don't have your head down, your cap on," and he said, and I got my ears pierced, and he Deion was the flashiest dude in football when he was playing, but he said, everybody's gonna no earrings, none of that. We want everybody looking the same. Translation: it ain't that I don't respect your style, it's that this ain't the place for that. And he learned that the hard way through his own career. He knows.
Well, and think about that adjustment. So think about him because that was his core message at Jackson State. And you and I talked about this before, right? It's turning young men into grown men to prepare them for the world. But it's a group of entirely black players. Colorado, not the case. However, the message is still applicable, right? So you gotta love Prime coming in and establishing the tone and being himself. That's why they hired him, is to be himself, his authentic self.
Yes. Like he said too, he said, he mentioned that. He said, y'all have all of this, like speaking of the money at a university like Colorado, and where he was coming from, saying if they could only have what y'all guys have, so y'all got no excuse. So you think I was hard on them? Wait till I'm finished with y'all. Like, everybody ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna make some folk quit. I'm gonna only have the best on that field. I love it. I was like,
I mean,
that's
I mean,
I'm coming. See,
I'm coming.
yeah, man. That's just competition, right? It brings out the best in everyone. I mean, those that are willing and able to compete rise to the occasion. Those that don't, remove themselves. It's a perfectly fine message for that audience.
Exactly.
Plus, I mean, they've been the bottom dwellers. They've been so you got nowhere to go but up. So nothing wrong with setting some ambitious goals.
Yeah, he mentioned, for all what the alumni want, what your parents want, what everybody investing in you being here. And he said in the last 2 years, so it's been 2 years of a drought for them, because I haven't been keeping up.
Longer.
Longer?
Longer. It's been,
I think he stressed the 2 is to say this has probably been the worst, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, they've been in a prolonged slump. They just haven't, when Bill McCarthy, their old coach, was there, they recruited, inner city LA and got the best talent. The Eric Bieniemys of the world, and from other places, Cordell Stewart, and so forth. I mean, you had some stud athletes that has not been there for a long time, and I mean, they're in a more competitive conference now. You need those thoroughbreds to compete. And I see Deion getting them. I mean, when you're able to recruit the number one player in the country to an HBCU, you know what you're doing. So and again, Prime is bringing his son Shador, who's a star quarterback, with him. So,
oh wow!
Oh, that's his ace in the hole, bro.
Shador, he's bringing him to Colorado. So what year is he going to be? What year is that going to be for him?
Either sophomore or junior, but he's got.
So he was only a freshman at Jackson. Dang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yep. Again, that's crazy. Not redshirt, but again, he's got plenty of eligibility to remain. Prime was taking Shador wherever he went. It was a package deal.
Smart, real dad moves. I love it. Damn.
Well, and with the transfer portal, you can be instantly eligible. Once upon a time, you would have had to sit out a year, so that changes the whole dynamic. Now you go in, you can immediately play somewhere else, so he'll be fine.
Man, that's awesome. Who else is in that conference? You speak of the conference being so tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's the West Coast teams until they leave. It's USC, UCLA, Stanford, Cal, Oregon, Utah. So I mean, you got some hitters out there.
All you had to say was USC and Oregon, and I was like, okay, yeah, they got to be for real.
It's competitive as hell. Yeah. People, they fly under the radar because their games are so late that people are asleep on the East Coast by the time they air. But Pac-12 again. I mean, up until recently, with all the changes in the college football playoff arrangement, big Rose Bowl every year was Big Ten, Pac-10. Winner. So, they always had a strong representative. So again, if you're Deion, you want to be relevant. First of all, you want to be back into the mix. You're not going to win a national championship out the gate if you even ever do, but returning them to respectability, that'll be a win for Deion.
Well, hey man, I mean, I don't know exactly where Jackson State was before he arrived, but I do know they were nowhere near what they were to be undefeated. So you literally talking about, back in the day, movies like the Bad News Bears and stuff like that, or like the Titans with Denzel. This could be that. I don't put nothing past Deion, bro.
I don't either, because again, just in those 3 short years, like you said, he brings them from obscurity to excellence, right? I mean, an undefeated season, and I mean, the biggest thing Prime brings is himself to the proceedings, right? So imagine the buzz is going to be around there next year, like you say, alumni and people. I mean, it can turn just that quickly with the right, with the right CEO, running things. Yes, dude, sky's the limit.
It speaks to everything in life, man. That's what I love about these kind of stories. That's what I love about it. It shows that nothing's ever just at the absolute bottom. It just needs resources. Everything just needs a good team. Everything just needs people who believe in it. Like he said, you better believe. If you don't believe, you don't need to be here.
Amen.
Because I'm coming.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. That's my kind of spirit, bro. I love that. I'll be saying that all year. I'm coming. See that right there? People ask, "Oh man, so you did watch the game?" I may not watch no games, but nothing but highlights. But if you see me wearing a cap that's black and gold, and you're like, "Well, why are you wearing it?" Because I'm coming. You gotta understand. I like that worked for me.
and it works on multiple levels.
That's it, bro. That's it. That's all that's ever gonna matter, man. That spirit is what I speak to. I love that. So yeah, man, I'm glad you took another minute. I appreciate it. I know you're in the middle of some more games. Get us some more content because I know your mind is going as you're watching. And I appreciate you taking out some more time to get on here with me, man, to give me one more because I had to speak on this. This is major.
No doubt.
That's right. Coach Prime.
Go Prime.
ONYXCON Fitness Sports Talk. All this. You can see this behind the scenes.
I'm coming.